Hello, guys. Today we are going to talk about a book, actually, a novel called The Help, a novel by Kathryn Stockett. Well, first of all, this book was very long. It was 534 pages long. This book was so long, so boring, so monotonous, so badly written that you cannot imagine. I bought it from an old bookshop in Islamabad, Pakistan, and when I bought it, I was really looking forward to reading it, and I thought that it would be a great read and it would be very interesting and very well written. But it turned out to be horrible. It took me a couple of days to read because it was really long. Okay, what happens in the book is that I kept on hoping and hoping that the book would get better, but it went nowhere and it was so horrible. It's basically about a black maid called Abilene. It's based in 1962 in Jackson, Mississippi. Basically, this novel is based in the 1960s in the United States of America. Okay. She has a friend called Minnie who does not keep her tongue, and after that there's a person called Skeeter. That's another character in the novel. Skeeter is not the real name of the person. It's just a nickname given to her. Her name is something else. Anyways. So what happens next is that Skeeter is another character in the novel, and she's a socialite. Apart from that, she has a maid called Constantine who she is very close to and loves and shares all her secrets and problems with. One day, her maid Constantine disappears out of the blue and is nowhere to be seen. So, and she wonders what happens to her. So, is the lives of these three women interlocked within one another? One is Abilene, the black maid. Second is her friend Minnie. Third is the socialite Skeeter. So it revolves around these three characters as a matter of fact. Okay. Apart from that, what happens in this novel is that it's based in the 1960s during the African Americans movement. It's about the Negroes, how they are treated unfairly during the 1960s and are looked down upon as second-class citizens, and it's about the book To Kill a Mockingbird. It's also about the civil rights movement that was taking place in the 1960s during Martin Luther King Jr., who was a great person who fought for equal rights for the African American people. So that's what the novel revolves around, and that is what it's all about. So basically, it's all about how in the 1960s, how African Americans were treated badly, and about the lives of these three people and stuff like that. So it's about the South, actually, the South of America. Anyways, so that's what happens in this novel, guys, and it's basically about the main aspect of the novel is about the blacks and whites in America, and about how they have to suffer, how they live, how they interact with each other and all that stuff. And it's about the woman called Constantine. What happens next is that Skeeter, the socialite, she finds out later that Constantine had a child and she went to Chicago, but she never told Skeeter about it, and she wonders why, and she feels very disturbed and upset. And then that's what happens in the novel, guys. What happens in the end is that there's a book called The Help. The Help is a book written by, I think who wrote the book Help? I think Skeeter wrote the book The Help, and then in the end, she goes to New York City, and there are descriptions given of New York City, and it's all about the African Americans and the civil rights movement and the lives of these three individuals. And this book was just horrible. It was so badly written that you cannot imagine. I mean, it was a disaster and it was a torture reading it. I don't know why people like it so much and why it gets such good reviews. I'm really surprised though, because it was just horrific. I mean, this novel was terrible. It was so long, 534 pages, and there was nothing inside it, and I kept on hoping it would get better and better and better and better, but it went nowhere whatsoever. So please don't waste your time on this novel, guys. It's horrible. It was a torture and